Okay, so now I have it set up to 3 1/4. I need 10 3 1/4 cuts, so I'm going to go ahead and do those. And let's get cutting. That measures to 3 1/2 as a test cut, and we're good to go. So here you can see I have my 48 1/2 by 3 1/2. I have 10 3 1/4 by 3 1/2, and I have 10 3 1/2 by 3 1/2. I'm going to start cutting the rabbets now, and then we can put it together and you can see how it works. Okay, so because I'm making rabbets and I want everything to flush together when it joins, I need to make a 1/4 inch. These are 1/2 inch deep. These are 1/2 inch thick. This plywood. So I need to make a 1/4 inch deep cut, and I need to make it a 1/4 inch in, so that I'm 1/4 inch down, 1/4 inch in. To do that, I set my blade 1/4 inch high, and I got these little things. Let's see if I can see that. Okay, I got these on. Oops, I got these on Lee Valley. They're just little brass spacers. I have a whole set of them, and they're just different sizes. This one here is a 1/4 inch, and they're very handy to have around because you can measure gaps without trying to fit in a measuring tape or anything like that. You know it's a 1/4 inch. Well worth. I think they were like $10 or something, or $15 on Lee Valley. But if you can splurge and get them, they're really handy to have around. What I did, I can use it to set the height of my blade by putting it here and setting the height on the blade, which is right there. And then I can set this width by putting it in here and setting it to the inside of the tooth, because on the outside of the tooth that is on this side of the cut. The reason for that is because I do want these gaps to be exactly a 1/4 inch, including the blade width. So, and then once I have that set, go ahead and make a test cut. Puts a cut down here. That should be a 1/4 inch in, just to check. Now I just pull it back, run it through again. Then with that cut, I can fit my 1/4 inch spacer piece into the slot and feel how flush it is. I have just a little bit of a hang right here, so I need to go a little bit deeper. I'm going to raise the blade just slightly, And I'm going to try again another test cut. That there feels perfect, so I'm going to go with that cut, and I'm going to make all my dados how I need them on each piece. Okay, so for the sides and the bottom piece, they're all going to have a rabbet cut all the way around them because they're all going to fit together. The top lid is not going to have a dado at all, so I'm going to take out my 10 pieces from my 10 lids and put them aside so I don't put dados on them, or rabbets on them, sorry. For these ones, I'm going to butt them up against here, against the back, and I'm going to push them through, do the clean, and do every single side. Now, as I go through, I'm going to look at each piece and pick this. See, there's a green on this side. Looks real nice. It's got some nice flow to it and looks real nice. This side looks good too, but I don't like the look as much. So this side's going to be my inside. So the ugliest side, so to speak, is going to be the side that receives the rabbet cuts on every single one of them. So let's go ahead and start cutting all these out. Okay, with all the parts cut, can now put it together so you can see how it fits. I'm still trying to decide if I want this these pieces here as the lid or my other pieces. But anyway, basically, here's the 3 1/4 piece for the front, 3 1/4 by 3 1/2, 3 1/2, and then 3 1/2 in the back. We put the side piece in here, the other side piece in here. And you can see that leaves a sliding area for the lid. It's going to slide off. These corners are going to be dressed with mahogany to just give it a nice look. And the lid, I'm trying to decide if I want it to slide off or I can have them lock in. I think I'm just going to have them lock in and you can pull it off. You pull the lid off, but I'm going to wait and see on that. I'm going to get the box together and then get a feel for the lid and do it. But yeah, that's going to be her. That's going to be it. And I'm going to have the mahogany accents on the corners. You won't even be able to tell it's plywood by the time I'm done. For each corner, I'm going to give a little mahogany accent. So I'm just taking my mahogany and cutting in 1/4 inch by 1/4 inch strips. I have the blade 1/4 inch from the fence. It doesn't have to be exact. I'm leaving one side a little bit wide so that I can sand it down after. you haven't seen the power of a table saw sled yet, well, my continuous use of it should give you a good indication and the kind of use it gets. So I'm going to set this to my pencil 3 9/16. So it's a little ahead. I'm going to set my block up, lock it in place. Okay, that's not moving. Doing another measurement here. Okay, we're good to go. Okay, so that's 40 pieces, 4 corners, 10 boxes. That'll be enough for the corners. I may need another one. I'm going to take a look at the lid when I get to it. I might make a little accent on the lid as well, but we'll see. For now I have 40 accent pieces cut, and those will be glued into place and sanded down and will look absolutely wonderful. I just have it all tied up with rope just to hold it together, so I can give an example. The mahogany strips for accents go on each corner. On the front, one goes across the front of the lid, and the lid will have a little hole or a handle to open it, and it'll hold itself in its own pressure. So there's that option, and I think I like that. It gives the box a very interesting look, and it's the most I can do with plywood. You can see the bottom here, you'll still see a little bit of the plywood, and on the top, but it actually doesn't look too bad. So there's the box so far, assembled, and I have enough cuts to make 10.